Hey guys, so we're going live right now, and if any of you cannot see or hear me, just send me a text and let me know. Also, when we go to the screen share, I want to make sure that everyone is able to keep up. And just a couple of things, if you guys are watching from the Google page, not from YouTube, you can actually type in questions, and actually we can test that. Let me know that you're here. So maybe we can just do a little roll call. If you guys can click on the little, looks like a Rubik's Cube up in the top corner, there's a square, and click on that square and it will let you enter a message. And just say, hey, you're here, and this is where you can make comments or ask questions as we go along the way. And another thing, over on the right, I'm going to be sharing some websites and content with you, which you can download from here. So there's some tools and some worksheets that I'm going to go through, and I want you to be able to have access to them. So if you go ahead and click on those, it should take you to those documents, and then you can print them from there and you can have them. Also, we are getting some web pages uploaded for the team, and so all of these will be up there on the website that is going to be specifically dedicated just to this training, to the Golden Strategy, and you guys utilizing it to maximize your businesses. Okay, so we got 4 people. It says showed up. I'll give everyone a little bit of time. We'll go back to the chat. I'll just get started as we go. So like I was saying, guys, there's a little square up to the right hand. It looks like a Rubik's Cube. If you can click on that, excuse me, it opens up the chat. And just say hi, put in your name so I can see you, and let you know that we're all on the same page. You guys can hear me, and it's going good. So I'm going to wait, let you guys say hello. And I'm just going to put a message to you guys, because let me see. All right, we got 9 of you guys on board. Looks like I'm not seeing anyone's chat. I just wanted to make sure that you are able to interact with me. So if you have questions as they pop up, if you like something, again, hit the little square at the top right, and you can chat there as we go. You can ask your questions, and then that way I can answer your questions at the end and make sure that everyone is clear on everything. I'm really excited about this, and I'm just happy that we're able to have this time together, and hopefully we can do more stuff like this too, even for recruiting purposes and to launch your new agents and everything. So we're about 5 minutes in. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna get going, guys. So I don't want to take too long, and this is recording, so you guys can go back and watch it. But again, we're getting some resources put up, and so I just wanted you guys to be on board and understanding what is happening, what the strategy is, and how this is going to help you, and so you know how to utilize the tools we're putting in place. So we're going to be launching a call that's once a week, and you have to be committed to it on the call. So, and then the other thing is that we're going to have these websites that you can use, and so I'm going to go over that and let you know how that is going to help you to maximize the strategy that we're going through. So, first of all, I wanted to congratulate you guys on all of the momentum and just bringing the Hawaii marketplace to life over there, and all the leadership that you're showing and all the momentum that you're bringing to the islands and to the entire secret community is awesome. And it's just been so exciting to see so many of you hitting executive, and really that is the key to the entire comp plan, as we're going to talk about it in a second, and to just being the rising stars in this organization and this company. We have just so much pride, and we've had so much success in this team already. We have four generations of six-figure earners, and we're looking for the new generations for the next ones, and this is the start. This is the key. You guys are really proving yourself. And so I want to go through, first of all, before we launch into the strategy, just talk about how we unlock and maximize the comp plan, because I do want you to be one of those six-figure earners, and just to understand the potential and what you have in your hands right now. So obviously, we have the opportunity of a lifetime with Secret, and the longer I'm here and the more it evolves, the more I realize that that's true. I mean, and we're just tipping into, and so we've done amazing things, really just because our product was incredible, and just because of the people who've been carrying the vision in their hearts over the last few years. And even without the resources created, over 60 six-figure earners from home, seven-figure earners, just in the first 3 years pre-momentum phase. Now is the perfect time to really be taking this thing full throttle, and to thanks, Lawrence. I just got your message. So again, guys, I hope I'm not getting any messages from you guys. If you're watching this from the Google, if you're looking at me and you click on the square at the top right, you should get a chat bar, and you should be able to send me questions. And if you can do that, would be, oh, maybe it's coming from the Q&A. Sorry. Or the chat, just so I can see. He's on. Okay, well, Chad. All right, awesome. You guys did get it. All right, welcome. Okay, so we got Sammy. I think I was in the wrong one. And awesome. And we got Lawrence, and we got Chad. Okay, perfect. So I just got distracted there. So I'm so happy you guys are on board. What was I saying? Sorry. So want to talk about just, the fact of the matter is that this is the moment. I mean, this is the hour. You guys are really, coming into place right now, where you have all the resources, all the tools. All these things didn't exist. Our customer program, our hostess program, the Secret Pay, where we're paying more than ever before, faster than ever before, and the hour where you will see it happen right before your eyes in the next 9 to 18 months. I guarantee you, it's right now. You can take Hawaii by storm. The marketplace is yours. Everything is yours for the taking. And I promise you that an hour of work today is worth 100, 200 hours a year or two from now. Then people will not be able to make it up. You won't be able to go back in time and do what you're doing right now. So I know it's a lot of work paving the foundation, but it's definitely worth it. And really, this is the timing should be getting us up out of bed and getting us really excited. Okay, so I'm going to screen share with you and jump right into this now that I know you guys can see me and we're here. This looks kind of crazy. Hi, Tracy. Yay. Okay, so let me get into this. And then we got Dallas. Awesome. Okay, and this looks so crazy. Can you guys, so let me just test this out really quick. I don't know why it looks like that. Okay, let me know if you can see the PowerPoint. I'm gonna text Lawrence right now. So we, just to be sure, we did a webinar the other day and people were looking at page. Okay, so like I said, this is a really exciting announcement that we have the new pay. And so hopefully if you guys haven't signed up for that, this is where you do it. You click on the little you click on the little arrow here, or the little wheel in your back office, and that's where you can sign up for Secret Pay if you haven't. And you'll get an email for Paycations, and that's where you will enter the information, create an account, or you can download your commissions from the cloud into your bank account. So you've got to actually supply your bank account information, and hopefully everyone's taking advantage of that, because everyone in here that is below bronze is able to take advantage that. So let's talk about utilizing that. We have everyone here, like we said, a lot of people hitting executive, and everything is about going executive and breaking executives. But first I want to start with the basics, how to unlock the secret comp plan. Now, we have one of the most lucrative and amazing comp plans out there. And the first thing is to always be active. Now, we have a very low active requirement here. So what causes you to be active by company standards is you have 200 in total. So 200 total personal volume is the combination of what you buy and what you sell to customers. So when you recruit agents and they buy a kit or they get a replenishment, it does not contribute to your total personal volume, okay? Total personal volume is just what you personally purchase, because you could be selling that to customers, what you are selling to customers. So in other words, if you made a purchase of and then you sold 50 BV to 2 customers, you would have 200 TPV. Now, the reason having 200 TPV is really important is because this is what unlocks your residuals. So until you have 200 in total personal volume, your residuals on your customers is going to bank and store up. And then when you reach 200 in total personal volume in a 4-week period, it will unleash and it will cash out. So we want to just keep a 200 total personal volume there. Now, if you don't have 200 total personal volume, and most of us do because we start with an agent kit, you want to make sure that you minimum have a personal purchase at least of 35 PV, okay, which is just strictly your personal purchases, not including your customer sales. And the reason is, even if you're not releasing any commissions, for example, your residuals or team commissions, you're able to still bank those commissions and bank volume as long as you're active. So one of the powers of Secret is that we have a non-flushing binary compensation plan, which means every dollar that flows through your business, whether you had anything to do with it or not, so even if it's from spillover, it could be from customers, it doesn't matter. Any volume that is accruing under your organization is banked up and stored up forever as long as you're active. Now, the minute you go inactive, any volume that you have ever flush, okay? So you never want to go inactive. This is why it's really important to always have your replenishment set up, because you don't want to have to worry about, checking to see if you have 200 TPV. You want to just know that no matter what, you're never going to lose that volume. It's better to spend the 35 and bank that than to ever lose it. And I just want to give you an example. I had a girl on my team who was active for about 3 or 4 months, and she had only recruited one person, and that person happened to go on our shared leg with me. Now that girl, she took off and she went to bronze in a couple of weeks and did a ton of volume, and of course the shared leg was growing. And because this agent wasn't qualified, she wasn't able to cash out on any of that volume for 3 or 4 months. But when she did get qualified, it released the team commissions, and our first team commission check was actually over $1,000 because she had never lost a dime of that volume. Most of which, keep in mind, she had only recruited 2 people ever. But when she recruited that second person, it made her qualified. It unlocked all of the team commissions. So that brings me to our second point in unlocking the comp plan, and that is to become a star ASAP. So what star does is it unlocks the team commissions at 10%. So this is why when you're in your back office, you'll see active and you'll see qualified. Active means you're able to receive commissions. Star agent means you're able to receive team commissions now at this point. Have superstar, and obviously, hopefully the difference between superstar and star is just that you have personally recruited 2 active agents who have 300 in total personal volume themselves. And when you become superstar, this unlocks double fast start bonuses. So obviously this is key in maximizing the compensation plan because you're getting paid twice as much to do the same work. So you always want to maintain superstar once you get there. And to maintain it, once you've recruited those 2 people, you just need to have 300 in total group volume. So meaning from anywhere on your team, on your right team and your left team, to maintain superstar. And as long as you have that 300 team volume on the right and the left, you're going to get paid double fast start bonuses every time you recruit an agent. So this is when you get the $15 for recruiting a basic pack, $50 on a premium, and $150 on a professional or special agent. Those go up to $30, $100, and $300 bonuses. Okay, and then we have executive. And executive is where you get the wash, and it's not going to look like it unlocks any piece of the compensation plan, but I just want to go over why it actually unlocks the whole thing on the next slide. And then we have bronze, okay? So bronze unlocks check match at 20%. Now, if you've got a special agent kit or a Pro Pack, then you were able to take advantage of this part right away for your first 12 weeks. But you want to qualify for bronze, so you lock this in. And your team commission, of course, goes up to 15%, and your VIP customer commission residuals to 25%. And then lastly, we have Royale Agent. So what Royale unlocks is the Drive Your Dream bonus. And so really, here is that you have pretty much unlocked the entire comp plan, the entire secret comp plan at Royale, which is crazy. Now, most of the time when you meet people from other companies and they'll say, well, at Double Blue Diamond or this rank, you make about this amount, or the average person at this level makes that amount. And you don't really hear us making those claims in secret. And that's because really, at our lowest, our introductory leadership levels, you can actually make as much as you want. So bronze agent, when I got started in secret, and Royale and executive didn't exist, keep that in mind. But as a bronze agent, so the very first leadership position in the whole compensation plan, I actually started making a 6-figure income there. So as a bronze, made $8,250 part-time, and far before even platinum had made $137,000. And so the reason is because once you get to Royale, the only thing that changes in the compensation plan is that your car bonus and your check match goes deeper. Okay, so you're going to get paid bigger and bigger monthly bonuses for your Drive Your Dream, and your check match is going to start to pay you deeper, those 10% extra generations. as they go down. So really everything just comes down to the volume that you move. And that's what's really crazy and exciting. I mean, it's just up to you. So of course, you know, there's more to be made. And obviously we recommend more leadership and more team, which means bigger check match and more team commission. So it's not that it's not a measurement, but really you've unlocked the entire comp plan at Royale. So what we really want to do is just focus on getting everyone to unlock and maximize the entire compensation plan so we can start just producing a factory of six-figure earners. And that really comes down to creating a factory of executive agents. So like I said, everything comes down to becoming executive and creating executives. And now with this new rank, you know, someone can literally become a star, a superstar, an executive all at one time. And in fact, we have people on this webinar who actually did that. So, you know, you introduce your first agent on the right and the left. They happen to get a pro pack. Well, congratulations, you're an executive, you're a star, you're a superstar, you're all of the above. So let's talk about why you know, why this happens. And you guys know S4S, and this is a system for success. And the system for success is basically you do 2 parties per week. You have 3 people per party, and you do that 4 weeks in a row. And when you do this, it basically produces a formula or a ratio, which, you know, proves that you're going to have produce about 1 pro pack or 1,000 BV per 2 parties that you have 3 people at. In other words, for every 6 people that you get product on and you present to, you're going to result in a pro pack or 1,000 BV. Now, when you're getting started, you know, don't stress if your ratios are not exactly, you know, this. Maybe you're bringing on a lot of customers in the beginning, and that's okay. You'll get to know your ratios. Basically, the formula that we're working with and what we have seen to be proven. So your first step is to become executive. Number 2, to create executives. So what I want to show you is why it is easier to actually go to Royale in 3 weeks than it is in 3 months, okay? So this is a 3-week plan to Royale. And right now we have about 6 weeks 7 weeks into peak. And so I, you know, want to really help everyone here get to Royale, you know, get as far, you know, don't just shoot for executive to qualify for peak. Your goal should be, how many executives can I create? You know, I want to go executive and I want to create executives and I want to bring them to peak. And so I'm going to show you how by doing that, creating executives is going to drive this whole compensation plan. So, you know, first of all, in week 1, let's say you go executive. So you introduce, you know, 1 person on the right, 1 person on the left. Well, what is that going to take? It's going to take 4 parties and putting product on 12 people. Because like we talked about, our ratio with S4S is it's going to take 2 parties per pro pack, okay, or 6 people per pro pack. So if you need to produce 1,000 BV and 1,000 BV, you need 2 parties on each side and 6 people minimum that you're putting product on. Now, in the second week, you know, you don't retire. You go out there and you do the same thing. We want to double that now to 2,000. Well, you're actually able to reuse the first 1,000 BV, so you're halfway there. So again, it's easier to do this fast than slow because all of our ranking volume runs on a rolling 4-week period. So you actually get to reuse the same volume over and over and over for an entire month. So if you go for executive for 1 month and then you take a break and you take your foot off of the gas pedal, basically after about 3 weeks that volume is going to flush, and now you decide to run for bronze. Well, you're going to have to go from 0 to 2,000. So it's really twice as much work. But if you hit executive and now we take that 1,000 baseline volume and we run with it to Royale, you only need to produce an additional 1,000 volume. So what does that mean? It means 8 more parties and putting product on 24 people. So if you get product on 24 people, that's going to produce that additional volume. Now we're able to reuse again that same volume. So now you're a little less than halfway to Royale. Okay, so we're able to use that same volume again to push to Royale. Now you've got this baseline, so all we've got to do is help a couple people get to executive. So you help 2 people get to executive on each side, on your right and your left, and that's going to produce the 5,000 BV that you need to get to the next rank. So you can see everything comes down to helping other people get to executive. Here Simply Went Royale yourself, you did your S4S, and now you are duplicating that, helping a couple people hit executive, and that's what pushes you to Royale. And of course, with your great leader that we have there, Paul and Shan, this was exactly what we saw happen. They helped so many people have success, and supported everyone in getting to executive, and of course it pushed them to Royale. So you can look at this kind of flow chart that really, if you want to get to bronze, it's going to take helping one person get to executive, Royale. I mean, like I said, if you're going to contribute to that, only 2, but 3 executives per leg. Silver, 4 executives per leg. And getting these executives, again, what does it come down to? How many people we're getting product on? How many people we're introducing to this opportunity? So really, getting to Royale is just a matter on 48 people having 16 parties in the next 4 weeks and getting product on 48 people. Now, is it a lot of work? Yes. But is it less work than doing this over 3 months? For sure, because again, each week you're able to reuse that volume over and over. So the big question is, how can we get product on 48 people? How can we produce 16 parties in the next 4 to 5 weeks so that all of you can be showing up to peak as Royale or higher? Okay, sorry. Jasmine, are the rest of you guys, let me check in with you really quick here. Okay, I'm just gonna come back to the questions real quick. Make sure you guys are with me. Can you guys just chat with me again? Are you still with me? Can you still see these? Because I got a message from not getting any video, only seeing the opening screen. So I don't know if she's the only one. Okay. Let's see, we'll try again. So what I wanted to show you guys here, if you look over at the showcase, is some documents. It's actually a workbook show you how to use the 4-week volume. So if you look at the workbook, the Golden Strategy, and I'll pull it up. I'll put the screen share back on, and I'll pull it up for you. So right here, this is going to help you calculate what rank you want to be at for peak, okay, and then what kind of volume you need. And then we're going to work on a 4-week goal, okay, so getting you to Royale or to your next rank goal in the next 4 weeks. And so this just gives you an outline of exactly how to do it, where to get the volume, enter in, go to your current 4-week volumes. You're going to look in your volume history and you're going to fill it in, week 1, week 2, week 3 and 4, and then you're going to calculate how much of the volume is going to be expiring next week. Okay, so you know what you're going to be working with, because today is already Thursday, so on Monday, unless you're going to really run for rank by Sunday, you're going to have some volume fall off. So you're going to go into your snapshot and you're going to see what your total 4-week volume is right now. And it's not going to match up, guys, okay? So your total 4-week volume, when you look at your snapshot, is probably going to be higher than what you see in your volume history. And the reason is this is going to reflect the volume from your personal customers. that you got paid your 20 to 25% on. So what you see in the volume history is only going to show commissionable volume, the volume that went into the binary tree. And that is going to be less because the volume from your personal customers doesn't go into the binary tree, because then you would be getting paid on it twice. You'd be getting your personal commissions 20 to 25% and your team commissions of 10 to 15%. So that's why it's not going to match up, but it just gives you an idea of how much volume is going to roll off on week 5, which is going to be next week. So you're going to put in your right total volume that you have from your snapshot, from your rank meter, and then you're going to take the volume that is expiring, subtract that, and you're going to know where you're going to get started from. Then we're going to take the remaining volume that is required, and we're going to minus the our current week, how much volume you need to hit over the next 3 weeks, okay? So you're going to take the total volume that you need. So let's say you're going for Royale and you need 5,000, okay? And then we know that X amount of volume is going to fall off, you know, this week. Then we know how much we have in order to hit. So we're going to take that total amount that we need, and we're going to divide it by 3 weeks, and that is going to be your goal volume that you want to hit each week to make sure that you land at peak at that rank. And here I also have for you the chart that we just went through, okay? So you can print all of this off. You can see how many executives you need. All of this is in the workbook right here. So you want to take some time tonight, print this out, put your rank goal for peak and how many executives you're going to produce on your team, on the right and the left team, and you're going to have attending with you at peak. Okay, so that workbook is there for you to download. And let me go, we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of this. So as I said, everything comes down to getting the product on 48 people in the next few weeks, right? So we want to, we want to give you the strategy that's going to help you do that. Okay, I'm going to go back here. All right, guys, I'm still just getting comfortable and used to this Google Hangout thing. Where did my PowerPoint go? Okay. All right, everything comes down to getting to peak. All right. So the golden strategy, this is literally your secret weapon. And this is just something that we're exclusively, launching to our team, to our marketplaces. And I'm really excited about this. I mean, I've literally not slept in weeks. It's turning into months, just because I really know that, again, like I said, that's what we call the golden strategy. It's the key to unlocking, everything that we're talking about. Helping you get to all of your goals and, there. So let's talk about what it is, what it accomplishes, and how it works and why. Now, first of all, the golden strategy is a business building approach that has 3 major advantages. Number 1, it's going to increase your regular activity, and that's going to help you to expand your contact list. So it's going to boost recruiting and production, not just for you, but for your entire organization. Then we have a way to, hold on, let me see. Somebody, maybe one of you that hasn't, I have Jasmine Jones is texting me. She's not seemed to get into the webinar. I don't know if any of you guys have her phone number, those of you that had success with it, because it seems like everyone else can see it. I'm not sure why she can't. Then we have number 2, it's going to increase your baseline volume and your retention. So what this means is it's going to increase your residuals and create a stronger foundation on which to build and rank advance. So this is why I was saying it's easier to go fast than slow in the beginning, because you have no baseline volume. But once you create a baseline volume, you can imagine that, let's say you have a baseline volume of Royale, or you have 5,000 that's sitting there that you can count on. Well, now every pro pack that you bring in pushes you that much closer to silver, to the next level. Number three is going to increase your internal and external consumption, which just means it's going to bring in more volume. Therefore, it's going to make getting promoted and paid faster and easier for you. So this is super exciting. I mean, all of this is going to be done in one simple approach. So the Golden Strategy is a tool that's going to allow us to leverage and utilize all the strengths of our company and system to our greatest advantage, to your greatest advantage. Best of the best of the best here with a secret, and this is going to help you to really harness all of that and take it to the next level. The reason is it's a door opener and a follow-up tool, okay? So it's going to help you, again, make contact with more people faster. So again, getting the product on people, getting people to wow parties, getting people to 5 wows in 5 minutes. It's just going to open more people up, generate interest, and then give you the the resources to follow up with them. It's also an activity and accountability producer. So it's going to generate more of that in your organization, a consumption and retention increaser. And so, it makes it, again, easier and faster to get paid and promoted. So the Golden Strategy is basically an action plan. And the action plan is to give a packet of Recover to 2 people per week. And it sounds super simple, and it is. And that's really what is so powerful about it and how it's the key to unlocking the secret system. You really just want to commit to this strategy, believe me, because it's simple, it's easy, but when you understand it, and we want to go through it right now, it will blow your mind how really, truly powerful this is. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to use a very, very simple script. It's a short script. It doesn't have to be word for word, but there's some key points in it. And again, it's in that workbook that I just gave you guys. So you don't need to, memorize it right this second. And then you're going to give a full-size Recover Mask packet. And part of the reason is the full-size packet has the instructions on the back. So it actually has a little diagram and detailed instructions. And then you're going to get their contact information, and you're going to send them right away to, this new tool that we made. So this is this website, and I have a link to it over again on the side, seetobelieve.com. And this website is just, there's no prices on it. There's nothing to distract them. There's no different programs. There's not a bunch of different products. It's going to be focused on the Recover Mask, and then it's going to have the 3 main exposure videos right there on the home page, all in one place. So you don't need to keep, texting them the different videos. It's going to have the product video. It's going to have the opportunity video, and it has the compensation plan video all in one place. So you're going to just tell them, I'm going to give you this full-size mask, and I'm going to, send you a link. So let me get your contact information. I'm going to shoot you a link that's going to give you more information. It's going to tell you exactly how to use the mask. At this website, they can click use it, and it's going to show them videos. It's going to give them directions on how to use the Recover Mask properly so they get maximum results. And so, ask them when they're going to be able to do that mask, and tell them there's 15 minutes of video for you to watch while you do the mask that's going to explain more. So first watch the instructions, do the mask, and then watch these 3 videos on the front of the website. And, all I ask for you is a before and after photo, and that you let me get your feedback. So it's really simple. So you're just going to, when you introduce yourself to someone, they ask what you do, you get contact, you come into contact with them. You're going to say, they're going to say, what do you do? And you're going to say, well, actually I'm a personal trainer, but I just, partnered with a friend who's launching a high-end skincare line, and actually helping them to find a couple things, people who would be willing to look 10 years younger in 15 minutes, and people who might be willing to help us brand and get free product for it, or maybe even cash. So I don't know, which one you would be, but I'm actually working on referrals. So I'd love to give you a full $44 treatment, and let you see the results for yourselves. You got to see it to believe it. And all I ask for in return is that you let me get your feedback and before and after photo. Is that fair? And so, they say sure, because out of sheer curiosity, people can't resist. They want to know, is it going to work for me? I mean, because does it really take 10 years off a person's face in 15 minutes? So it's literally irresistible, just to the human nature. And that's what's so powerful about this script is, you can divert. You don't have to act like you're, making a ton of money. You don't have to be, well, I'm doing skincare. And, a lot of times people just don't know what to say. And you want to have that 30-second story that you can throw there immediately so you can right away, expose someone to secret and add them to your contact list. So this allows you to jump because you're, giving them something. It creates a law of reciprocity, and so it's much more natural for them to give you their contact information. Because sometimes we're out there and we're actually contacting people. Well, we're connecting with people, but we're not able to really contact them because it's hard to sometimes get their information. They don't feel comfortable giving it to you of their cold market, or even their warm market. So it's getting the commitment from people to move forward. And so when you're giving someone something, then it's just more natural to say, okay, I'm going to take 15 minutes. Like I said, you'll get to watch all the information you need while you do the mask. So when do you think you'll be able to do it? I just want to, check back with you and see if, get your feedback, if there's some people you can refer to me. So it's really simple. It's really easy. And it's irresistible. So it's a great door opener, like I said, because it just drives the curiosity. So then we just wanted to track our exposures and, of course, follow up with them and move them to the next exposure. So the whole point of this is just to get people into the secret system. We're not replacing wow parties, and we're not replacing the 5 wows in 5 minutes. The point is to get you connected with more people faster, get the more people into the secret system, exposed to the product and the opportunity. So this is just a way for you to initiate interest, okay? And then we're going to move people from interest to making a decision. And so first of all, we've just got to intrigue them and excite them. And so this is a way for you to really initiate that whole secret system, which we'll talk about in a second. So here's the script. Again, like I said, I just partnered with a billion-dollar company. It's launching a new division of a high-end skincare line. It produces unbelievable immediate results. I mean, you'd have to see it to believe it. And we're actually looking for 2 things right now. People who are interested or wouldn't mind looking 10 years younger in 15 minutes, and people who might be willing to help us spread the word, expand the brand, make some extra income from home. You can say, or just get some free product for it. And I will give you this full $44 15-minute treatment to try. And all I ask is that you take a before and after photo and let me collect your feedback. Is that fair? So, or, if it's someone that that you can get an appointment with, obviously it's much better if you can actually do the mask yourself. You can take the photos yourself. So, if they're not cold market, they're warm market, or, acquaintance, you would like to set up a demonstration so that you can actually use our cleanser, use our peeling gel on them, and they're going to get better results. And then let me grab your phone number. I'm going to text you a short video or link with more information to watch while you do the mask that will explain more. So really, the power of this is that you're able to leverage a tool. So this doesn't take a lot of skill. It doesn't take a lot of training. It doesn't take a lot of knowledge. I mean, you are literally purely able to rely on a tool, which is the Recover mask, which is our flagship mask. You don't have to explain how to use it. It's on the website. You don't have to explain, what it does, how it works, what we do. All of that is on the website. So all you really need to do is make the contact, connect with that person, get their information, and follow up, okay? So we're able to move people, again, into the system and through the system more efficiently than ever before. And the power of this is that it's so simple, and it's very duplicatable. So people are able to get started on this strategy very quickly, very easily, and then to duplicate that, to get other people started on the strategy very quickly and very easily. So you're literally, imagine being able to, replicate this, how easily you can replicate this in your business right away. It's not having to learn a ton of facts or ingredients or anything like that. You're literally able to just rely on a system, on a strategy, and on these tools. So let's talk about why Recover mask, okay? Out of everything on the line, why Recover? Now, you don't want to stray from the strategy, okay? You don't want to just take the concept. It's not just about connecting with 2 people a week. It's very specific. You want to follow to a T. Do not stray and don't modify it. because everything comes down to a science. All of the numbers work out exactly, which we'll go through in a second. So do not deviate. And let's just talk about why, okay? So why specifically the Recover Mask? Well, first of all, the Recover Mask is the best that we have, and you want to lead with the best. Obviously, that's going to be your greatest strength, and so you want to go in there batting full force. Now, it's the best because Recover Mask is exclusive to our company, so is our patented flagship product. No one has Recover Mask but us, and this is really huge. You know, it's great for branding, and you know, when we're out there creating recognition through social media, we want people to associate, you know, results with Secret. So people, if they're able to associate that with our flagship product, then they're going to think Recover Mask is going to make them think results, and therefore results is going to make them think Secret. And when they think of Secret, hopefully they think of you. So the other thing is Recover Mask has a very unique rejuvenating technology and documented clinical results. So, I mean, this is something that gives us a cutting edge in the marketplace because there's nothing like this out there. You know, there's a lot of skincare products, there's a lot of anti-aging products, right? But what is unique about Recover Mask is that there's the two ends of the spectrum that are out there in the marketplaces today. You either have the quick fix gimmicks, and you guys have seen it, you know, it's like somebody's putting glue on their face and it looks like, oh my gosh, their wrinkle or their bag is going away. But as soon as that product flakes off or it gets wet, you know, the skin immediately goes back to what it looked like. So it's not actually rejuvenating the skin, and you don't have the documented clinical results that we do with Recover Mask. Or you have the other end of the scale where people have to continue to use that product for weeks or months to see any kind of measurable result, if it's even visible whatsoever. So Secret, it produces the most immediate and the most impressive results. And that's why that's why it's the best. That's why we want to lead with our most powerful weapon, our most powerful tool, because you know that when someone uses Recover Mask, they're gonna see instant results. They're going to see results in the first 15 minutes. So, you know, we have a lot of wow factor products, and our entire line is incredible. We've got 32 demonstratable results-driven products. But with this one, you know that you have a very quick turnaround. So if I give someone a mud soap, for example, well, I'm literally out of a customer, okay? Because I give that person that soap and it's gonna last them a really long time. If I give someone a Recover Mask, it's 1 15-minute treatment. So I don't have to give away the whole product, you know, and if I give away the product, I don't give away the sale. So here I can give away, you know, full value. I can give you the full size product, but I don't have to give away the sale because I don't have to wait for you to see real results. If I give you a bar of soap, you know, it might take you 3 days or 3 weeks maybe to see results. With Recover Mask, I know that you're going to get the full experience, and it's going to be exactly 15 minutes, and then you're out of product. So we want to, you know, give people the most impressive results that we can. The next thing is, this is our highest profit margin product, hands down, okay? So, I mean, think about this. This is a mask that takes literally 15 minutes to demonstrate, and it takes 10 years off a person's face before their eyes. So you take 15 minutes to demonstrate a mask that can produce a $250 profit margin. Now, if you find, you know, 2 people a week, that's 8 hours a month, and that's $1,000 a month. Okay, so that's, sorry, even less, 250. Just, I mean, just one person a week, 4 hours a month, and that's $1,000 a month. So what that means is, you know, if you go out there and you actually use, you know, put out 2 Recover Masks a week, like we're talking about, that's a $2,000 turnaround. You know, retail commissions on this, return on profit if you go out there and retail this product. Now, that's why this entire opportunity could exist with nothing but the Recover Mask. You could take everything away, strip it away, and you could even take away VIP customers. You could take everything away, and you could go out there and legitimately run a mind-blowing opportunity with just marketing Recover Mask full retail. I mean, show me another product that can deliver those kind of results in 15 minutes, and you get to retail the product, make a $250 profit margin, a $2,000 turnaround per box. So is it worth getting out 2 packets per week? Even if you only retail 1 box out of, the entire month, it's worth your time. And even on our VIP customers, okay, that's per packet per customer that you convert, that's $36 to $40 deposit into your account the next day, because of course we're paying 20 to 25% on the dollar now, which means your profit on the entire box is $350 return on investment. This is also our highest BV product, okay? So this is 1 box of Recover Mask produces 77 to 105 BV. Now think about that. That is more than a basic agent pack. So imagine every customer that you have in your organization, every agent that you have in your organization purchasing a basic agent kit every single month. And it's even more BV than that, 105 BV. So think about what your business would look like, and just take the volume that you have right now and literally double it, because I can guarantee you that right now, most people are doing the bare minimums. They're buying as close to the minimum as possible. But imagine if people were actually able to, turn that around to make an investment, and it was, doubling the volume. Now, the most important thing of all is that the Recover Mask is the only product in our entire line that has calculated consumption. So if you think about it, if we have, cleansing milk, how many uses do you have in cleansing milk? Who knows? 100, 10, 20, you can't even count. And how many salt and oil scrubs come in a jar? Who knows? How many eye serum applications do you get in a jar? Who knows? But how many treatments are in Recover Mask? Exactly 8 every time. So you can count on it. It doesn't vary. It doesn't change. So that means that customers have a predictable, consistent 2-month supply, because if they're using Recover Mask once a week, they have 8 packets in a box, it's going to last them 2 months. Agents who are committed to the golden strategy have a predictable 1-month supply. So this is the most important thing of all. We know exactly, we can count on that volume consumption. So let me talk very quickly about why full size and not sample size, because again, you don't want to stray, you don't want to alter the strategy. First of all, giving someone a full size Recover Mask makes it easy for you to sincerely edify the tool, because remember, the golden strategy is a tool for you to initiate interest. And so what this is going to do is it's going to easily excite the prospect, and it's going to have the prospect take it more seriously, because when you give someone a sample, just when you say that, or when it says it on the packet, and the samples, they look like samples. I mean, they're very small. It's hard to take it seriously. And the samples are actually more expensive, because a sample, it costs us almost just as much to produce the sample with the packaging as it does a full-size Recover Mask. So if you do the math, a sample actually comes down to about $7 a treatment. And a full-size Recover is $11. So you're paying $7 for half a face versus $11 for a full face. Plus the sample size, it doesn't have the instructions or the diagrams on the back. The full size does. But more importantly, that you're giving the true value. You're giving a full-size Recover and what that's worth. And so hence, that gives you posture and confidence. And you've heard it said over and over in this industry that posture is everything. And we know this, and everything is, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. It's about the fire in your eyes and your heart. It's about your conviction that you're able to transpose and deliver to that person. And sometimes we kind of lose that, or you don't have it yet because you don't feel like maybe you've made enough money, or you haven't hit a certain rank. But here what happens is, when you're giving this such tremendous value, a full-size packet, that's really worth, if you divide it, $350 a box per treatment is a $44 treatment that you're able to gift someone. It puts you in that position of giving and not asking. So it changes the whole dynamic. You're not begging, right? You're not in that dynamic where, will you please watch this video? How many of us have texted the video, we've sent people information, and it feels like we're asking, we're begging them to take a look, and we're in that position of wanting something from them. Well, this changes the whole dynamic around. So if you give someone a $44 mask and you say, I will give it to you, and all I'd ask for in return is that you would do this for me. I mean, how much more likely is someone to watch that that video if you give them a mask to do while they watch that video? Well, a lot higher, I mean 10 times more likely. The other thing is it's going to help you to naturally qualify for quality, okay? So, you know, we're not going to be sloppy moppy because when you have this high value product, it's going to cause the agent to take the business more seriously. So this is going to ensure, you know, that we're more thorough in our exposures. We're not just going to, you know, slop it around and you know, kind of hope for the best. You know that if you have exactly 8 treatments and you know what those treatments are worth, you're not going to waste them. So, you know, again, this really does a lot for your posture because you're expect versus the other way around. You know, I don't know if you qualify for this. How do you qualify? Well, if you're going to be willing to give me a before and after photo, if you're just going to be willing to watch this video, be willing to, you know, send me some referrals, then, you know, I'm willing to do this. So you are qualifying them. So it's just huge for you to instantly be put in that high posture position. And to have your agents doing this means you're going to have very high quality exposures. You know, people are not going to just waste it on someone who isn't going to take it seriously or who's not going to do it in a timely manner. And, you know, speaking of that, it's going to actually cause you to be naturally more fastidious in your follow-up. Again, because we don't want to waste a valuable product. You know, if you have a, you know, throw out a few samples and you're thinking, well, you know, did they do it? I don't know, maybe. You're not going to be as religious about following up as if you know, again, you've only got 8 packets and you want to know, did that person use the mask? Did they watch the video? So you're going to be more stringent about following up with the people that you give a full-size product to, as opposed to when you feel like you've got a bag of 40 samples, you know, and maybe the person who likes it the most will call me. And that kind of is what happens to your attitude and your posture. So, you know, understanding the system, you know, and that this is an investment, you know, it just means that you have the belief in the return on your investment, and we take that seriously. Okay, the other thing is the very quick conversion, and this is kind of what I was talking about, is that you're able to give the full value product without giving up the full sale. So you know, I don't lose a prospect, I don't lose a customer by giving you product. So you think about a lot of, there's, you know, other companies, skincare company out there where they have to give you the product for 5 days before you see results. Well, the magic turnaround time, the magic follow-up time is 48 hours. Okay, I don't know why. It's just some rule in sales, some rule in network marketing that 2 days, 48 hours is the magic period in which to follow up. So if you have a product that takes 5 days for someone to see results, automatically, you know, you're working against the odds, because that person is most likely, you know, lost interest, lost the excitement, or the same enthusiasm. Have they continued to use it for exactly 5 days? I don't know, right? And so the longer your turnaround time from the exposure to the follow-up, or from the exposure to the results, you know, the less likely you are to make a sale. So, you know, here people are, again, they're able to see an immediate difference with one single treatment, but then they need more. So what am I able to do? Convert that person to a customer, or, you know, move them to the next exposure in the prospecting wheel. Again, this is the highest return on an investment. So every customer that's converted, again, is going to produce $40 per packet, or $200 on retail commissions, and 105 BV. So we talked about having 200 in total personal volume, right? And how that includes what you buy plus what you sell. So when you are consuming a box of Recover Mask per month, that automatically meets half of your total personal volume requirement to release your residuals. So well worthwhile. And the other thing is, we want people, we don't, you know, again, this is not a new system. This is just a strategy, and we want a strategy and promotes our system. Okay, so our system is putting product on people and, you know, sharing the secret opportunity with them. So sharing the product and sharing the opportunity, and we do that through S4S. We do that through the wow parties and the 5 wows in 5 minutes. And we need people buying product, consuming product, demonstrating product. So we don't want people thinking, well, you know, all I need is these videos. All I need to do is text these videos and get people to watch webinars, and all I need is the Recover Mask, and I just got to give out samples, and that's how I operate my business. Absolutely not, because then, you know, that's going to work against us. You're going to drive your consumption down. What we want is to be converting an entire marketplace of customers and producing agents who are out there putting product out there into the marketplace. But this strategy, what it does is it actually promotes people starting on a professional pack, because it allows the agents to do both. Allows you to have the half face, because in wild parties we don't do a full mask in wild parties, right? So that's why we started giving the sample size recovers, was so that people didn't have to waste their full size packets. So here they have the fast half face recover for wild parties. And then they have the full-size box of recover, so they can start the golden strategy along with S4S right away. So you want to say, hey, here's our team strategy to building this business and filling your pipeline, getting your production going right away. And this is our system. We have S4S 2 parties a week. If you get started with a pro pack, it actually gives you everything you need to go out there and do both. So you're fully equipped to start talking to people right away. And the thing about the golden strategy, it's very appetizing to a new person, because it's just something that you immediately look at and know that you can do. Hey, I can give my friends a full-size treatment, ask them to watch some videos, let me follow up and put them on a three-way. So this also completes the other agent sets and systems. And the system, okay? So all the other agent kits, everything but the pro kit, they only come with the half-size mask for the wild party demonstrations, okay? So when we're able to introduce agents to the golden strategy at the time they're getting started, we're able to set them up on a replenishment right away. Because they have the reason to do it. So, we have a ton of people coming on board, every day, every week, every month. Unfortunately, 90% or more, I would say almost close to 100% of the agents that get started with a kit, and almost everyone is getting started with a kit, which is awesome, but almost everyone is skipping setting up the replenishment when they enroll. And unfortunately, this is a culture and it's a habit that we have started as the sponsor, because, probably because it's how someone started us. And people are often skipping that because, they're not familiar with the product, and they just bought hundreds of dollars of product. So they don't know what else to order, and maybe you as an agent, you're so happy that they're even getting a kit that you're afraid to ask for more. You don't want to push it. You don't want it to feel like you're asking them to spend even more money. But you want someone not to just, sign up. You want someone to be successful. And so, this is a strategy to help them be successful, help them have the activity and the accountability. So you want to get people committed to the strategy right away. This gives them the reason to set up their replenishment at the time that they enroll. So, every agent that comes on board, we set up their kit and we set them up on Recover, no matter what kit they have. And this way, it's systematic. It's a no-brainer. Again, the big reason is that the full-size box is predictable and consistent. Okay, so there's exactly 8 packets in a box. This means that it's easy to sustain. So when you have, if you were to do samples, okay, you would have to buy the 40-pack bag of samples to produce the same amount of BV, 77 BV. It's actually less than a full-size box of Recover mask. So you have 40 packets, which means you would have to give out 2 masks a day to keep up, to consume the same amount of volume. Now, it sounds good and it's really exciting because it sounds like, well, I could do more. But what happens is, if the weekend, you're celebrating somebody's birthday, well, the next day you're 2 masks behind, and then the next day you're hungover, now you're 4 masks behind, and by the end of the week you're maybe 6 to 10 masks behind. And at the end of the month, you have product piling up. So the problem is, when you get to the end of the month and you've still got, enough to go out there and do your strategy for another half a month or a month, are you going to buy more product? Well, probably not. And that just puts you back in the same dilemma that you were in before, and it's going to hurt your retention. So when you have, just 8 packets, it's very easy to maintain. And so it's very, anyone feels like they can do it. It's very doable. Right, so that it raises your confidence, and you're not gonna even if you took a whole week off, next week could you do 4 for sure? If something were to happen and you even took 3 3 weeks off, could you still get out, 8 packets in a week? I mean, you definitely could. So this way, you're not falling behind. You're able to really sustain the system easily. And again, that's very critical to duplication, is that it feels doable. So then let's talk about using this to initiate interest, okay? You can initiate interest with your cold market as a lead generator to fill your pipeline, and our list not shrinking. So we want to be constantly adding contacts to your list. Now, obviously, there are hundreds of thousands of people out there who need to know about Secret and who should be buying it from you. And, a lot of times we don't know how to talk to them. Well, obviously, the objective is not to go out there and just do more cold market prospecting. We want to turn cold market into warm market. We want to work through our warm market to reach our cold market. That's taproting. That's what we do. But still, we're coming in to contact people all the time. This gives you a great door opener just to get people, again, exposed. You can use it with your existing market, even the people that you feel like you've tried to invite or you've burned out, or you invited them and they didn't show up. Well, now you have a platform to, again, increase that interest, so you can increase appointments with them and getting people to show up at parties and to book parties for you. And this is, really great for the people who've maybe been in it for a little bit and you had a good list to start with, and now you don't really know what to say to them. Again, you've got a simple in there and a very simple script. It's also an interest initiator with your existing customer base to get people to host. So a lot of times, we've been hoarding a Recover mask and we don't even use it on ourselves, let alone demonstrate it at our parties. So it's a great way to go back to your customer base and say, hey, I'd love just, I know you probably didn't get to, you were curious, you saw the pictures, didn't get to try our flagship product. We're actually running a campaign right now, and I'd love to give you a full $44 treatment. Even showcasing if you, host a party, and, just an excuse to get together with them, get them to host a party, and you can go over all the host rewards that we have. Okay, so again, this is just a way that we want to initiate the secret system people quickly. So like I talked about, the secret system is the 5 wows in 5 minutes, and we have the wow parties. So essentially, when we do the 5 wows in 5 minutes, we're leading with the opportunity. Okay, so we're showing them some product, but we're not showing them all 32 products. We're not talking about peptides. We're not talking about essential oils and all of that. We're just, getting them interested, showing them the products, but we're focused on, we're leading with really the opportunity, the details about the company, why network marketing, and our compensation plan. When we do a wow party, we are leading with the product. So here we're giving someone the full experience. We're taking them through a regimen. We're showing them lots of product, and we're not giving, as much detail about like the company, relationship marketing, all of that. So, but the whole thing should actually work like a wheel. So it's not in a linear fashion. And this is kind of part of the problem, is not understanding how the secret system works. And a lot of us feel like we're just stabbing in the dark, or we're reaching into our bag of hats and we're just kind of like, well, maybe with this person I'll do a sit down, or maybe with that person. And it's not linear. It's not like it has to go from a 5 wows in 5 minutes to a wow party, or vice versa. It's just, wherever you can get someone into the system, you still want to fully move them through the series of exposures. So it's just making sure that you're taking someone through. So if someone, they're maybe not open to skincare, or they wouldn't be interested in coming to a wow party, but when they see the opportunity, it gets them excited. Well, now guess what happens? They want to try the product on their face. They want to know that it's legit, obviously. And, sometimes when someone comes to a wow party, they would have no interest in a business. They don't, think they have time. They wouldn't touch network marketing with a 10-foot pole, but we get them excited about the product and they become open to the opportunity. And now we're able to take some more time to meet up with them and give them more information and, move them through, again, the series of exposures. So the Recover mask is basically a way for us to just, again, initiate the secret system. So it generates interest, and from there we can find out what do they like best, what caught their interest when they, they tried the mask. Obviously that was awesome. So able to expose them, first of all, to one of our, you know, top products, the, you know, the crown jewel in our 5 wows, and we can ask them, what did you like best? The, you know, what stood out to you? And if they start talking about the lifestyle video, the testimonials, you know, the guy with the tattoo, Josh Wiles, well, then you know that you can go, you know, move them to a 5 wows in 5 minutes. And, you know, if they love the product and they start asking questions about the product, well, you can move them to a wow party. So this is a great opportunity, again, for you to now have a reason to introduce third party and leverage the 3-way call. So, you know, when you follow up and you ask them, well, what do you like best? Of course, you told them that you're just helping to find, you know, a couple things you would be calling to get their feedback. And so you say, well, I just, you know, I want to actually introduce you to my partner or expert that, you know, to answer your questions. And that person can help you move them to the next exposure based on what their response is. So the whole thing is just going to move full circle. And we just want to keep moving people from exposure to exposure. The Recover Mask just helps you to do this quickly. So the whole thing is really smooth, and you always know where you're at with everyone. So of course we want to be, you know, doing 2 sit downs a day, and we want to do 2 wow parties a week, as according to S4S. But, you know, how do we get that many appointments, and how do we get people to even show up? So the more people are, you know, exposed, the more likely they are. When you give someone something to be interested in, the more likely they are going to be to show up. So if you give them a Recover Mask, you know, now they watch the video, now they're more likely to show up to a sit down. And if they've been to a sit down and they, you know, got excited about the opportunity, they're more likely to show up to the wow party. So, and when they come to the wow party, they're more, you know, they're more likely to get started in the opportunity. So if people come to the wow party, now they're more likely to take the opportunity seriously when they see how awesome our products are. So the whole point is use Recover Mask to get people into this wheel, and then keep the wheel turning. Just move them from one to the next. Okay, products. Sorry, I forgot the slides. Whole thing goes full circle. Okay, so everything comes down to exposures. It's just about expose to our product so we can, like we just talked about, initiate that secret system with them. So if you give out 2 Recover Masks per week, that's 100 new prospects that you're adding to your database per year. 100 people coming into contact with your product and your business every year. Now just think back, you know, to where you are in Secret, and imagine if you had actually given Recover Mask, if you had actually exposed 100 people last year to Secret, to our flagship product, and they had seen, you know, those 3 videos, where would you be today, right? I mean, you can only imagine. It's tremendous. So exposure is everything, but every exposure counts. So look at this, look at the facts, look at the statistics. 2% of sales are made on the first contact, only 2%. 3% of sales are made on the second contact. So you realize when people just go out and they put flyers on doors and cars, I mean, those have less than a 3% response rate. So, you know, sometimes you can't get discouraged when you introduce someone through a sit down, or you invite them to a wow party, and, you know, they get exposed to the product and the opportunity and they love it, but they don't get started. And you're like, well, decision. Well, they got interested, but you have to move them to a decision. Only 2% of people actually make a decision on their introduction. 5% are made on the third contact. So 3 exposures, maybe they've come to a sit down and a wow party and they've tried the Recover Mask and they still haven't made a decision to get started. Well, guess what? I mean, that's 95% of the reality. 10% of sales are made on the 4th contact. And lo and behold, 80% of sales are actually made between the 5th and 12th contact. Okay, so everything is about follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. We've got to just keep moving people from exposure to exposure. And, you know, here's the thing. Most of us just are not following up, right? Almost 50% of people don't even follow up once. 25% of people make that second contact, and only 12% make more than 3. So, you know, here's a series of exposures. You can see that we want to move people, again, from, you can see at the bottom, we want to move them on this scale from being interested to making a decision. So we've got to move them from exposure to exposure until they feel confident to make the commitment or make a decision. So On the small end of the spectrum, you can see we're moving people from less information to more information. So we don't start out by inviting someone, straight out to a regional event or a convention. A lot of times that's why that person's not ready to get started, or they're overwhelmed. It's just too much information. And you can also see that we're moving them from exposures where there's less people involved to more people involved. So that can be really overwhelming too. And from less commitment to more commitment. So, when I give you the mask to try, you're able to do that in your privacy of your own home. There's no one else involved. I haven't given you really any information, so I haven't overwhelmed you. I said I'm going to send you a little link for you to check out, and that's it. Then when you watch the video, again, you're able to do it on your own time. It's not a huge commitment. It's 15 minutes of video. And it's not all the information, all the about check match and this and that. Well, from there you can maybe move them to something like the webinar with Josh Denny, where they can get more information, but they don't have to leave their home. There's not a lot of people involved, but there's more people, to like a 5 wows. Well, now they have to give you 20 minutes of time, get in your car, actually meet up with you. Maybe it's a 2-on-1 appointment to a wow party where there's more people, more information, more products, then to an overview, then to a regional, then to a convention. So, here's what I want you to realize is that someone could, it's not exactly linear. Again, remember, it's a cycle. So you may get their interest because tonight happens to be the webinar and that's what we're promoting for, or you're having a wow party this weekend and they come, and they get interested in the business. And so now, again, we go back, we set up the 5 wows, and you show them more of the opportunity and then use the webinar with Josh Denny as third party. So it's not that it has to work exactly in a linear fashion, and someone can get started anywhere on the spectrum. But the point is that you're moving them from exposure to exposure. And so you're just continually dipping them in the secret sauce until they're covered. So, when people don't make a decision, they're just not ripe. They're not ready. And wherever someone gets started, they're still going to have to move through the series of exposures. So someone may come to a wow party, it's their very first exposure, and they get started. But guess what? I mean, you're still going to want them to get all the information about the compensation plan. We're still going to want to get them to convention. They're not a secret agent, until then. So obviously it's not like someone has to get to convention before they become a secret agent, but you might be signed up for the business, but like we say, your business doesn't start until you get to the big event. So everyone is going to have to go through the full series of exposures, and this is how we recruit. So recruiting is a process, keep that in mind. And again, we're just starting that process with more people faster. So it's not an event, but it's a process. So we want to always have 10 prospects in play all the time, because we can't sit here and wait for one person or 2 people to go through the whole series of exposures. So this is why we're going to constantly be putting people into play into that series of exposures, because people are going to be in different places, and we're moving them through that wheel. So until someone says yes or says no, they're in play. We know that we're still moving them from exposure to exposure. Now, if they say yes, then obviously we want to get them started and we want to get their 10 in play started. But when they say no, well, we don't give up on them. We just move them to the drip list, and we're going to replace them with a new prospect. So the drip list is every time something good or awesome happens in secret, we came out with a new product, you drip on them. We were had the largest growth of all companies in the entire world last week. Well, hit those people up with your drip list. I actually had 3 people contact me that have been on my drip list who said no. In fact, one of them, she said no so long ago, I didn't even remember that I had talked to her about Secret. And apparently I talked to her about it multiple times. Every time I went back to Hawaii, I didn't even remember. Then she commented on one of my posts. She said, I'm ready to talk money. And she said, I should have just signed up when you first talked to me. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I just every now and then it just became a habit where I would just drip on her, be like, hey, this is what happened, and I didn't even think about it anymore as prospecting her, because she had already said no. And so I didn't even remember that I had, been that serious about it. And then she was ready to get started. So we just drip, drip, drip. Now, to have the 10 in play, this is where the golden strategy comes into place, right? Like we talked about, if you get out 8 packets a month, obviously that's almost 10. So once you've gone through one cycle, you're going to start to perpetually have that 10 in play. As people say no, as people say yes, as they fall off, well, you've got 8 new rolling through the system every single month. And so we're able to constantly have our 10 in play, building that contact list, filling that pipeline. And so, again, that's 100 people per year. So you're able to constantly keep that rolling. Now, the other thing that the golden strategy does is it provides accountability. So in order to be effective and productive, we don't just want to be throwing all these exposures out. We've got to keep track of it. You want to be monitoring your business so you can keep a pulse on that production. So I have a tracking sheet for you. And let me just take a break, or I think it's in there. I have a tracking sheet for you where you can track the people that you've given a recover mask to and then what other exposures they've seen. Let's actually go to it. Let me check in with you. Oops. Okay. You guys still with me, hanging in there? And good. If we look over here, I have 2, we're over here on the showcasing. Oops. I've got 2 tracking sheets for you to check out, okay? So the first one is our prospecting tracking sheet. Let me see if I can get it to come up. And let me go with the screen share. Okay. So this one here allows you to put in your prospects, their phone number, and then you're just going to put the date that you gave them each of these exposures. So then when they become a customer or an agent, you're going to put in the date. If you move them to your drip list, put them on your drip list. And then you want to hit up your drip list, again, every time something good comes out. Not necessarily because you're calling to like, hey, I'm calling back to recruit you, but I am, just letting you know, spreading the good. So here's the other tracking sheet, and this one is going to come into place with our call. So what we want to do is have everyone who is committed to the golden strategy those are the people who are, basically you're registered for Peak, you're committed to going executive and beyond to Royale, and you're committed to the golden strategy. Those are the people who are invited and qualify for the call. And these are the numbers that we're going to go over on the call, okay? So you're going to track your exposures, and then at the end of the week, you're going to add up your exposure. So you're going to put your total exposures for the day in here on Monday, Monday through Sunday. And then any personal recruits that came as a result of that, or whatever recruits you had, and then people that you personally spoke to or presented to. So if someone used you for a 3-way call, or you did a wow party for people on your team, or you did a 2-on-1, they weren't your prospects, they weren't your personal recruits, but you personally presented to them. And then the total number of recruits. And then, just track your wow parties that you have going on in your team that you know of. So you can track the number of people who experience product. So remember, our whole goal is to get product on 48 people in the next 4 weeks. Let's just call it 50 people in 5 weeks, okay? And then people who you've helped to get committed to the next event, which would be Peak or a convention. And then we're going to have a leaderboard, and what we're going to do is everyone that has And again, you have to qualify for this call, so you have to be committed to the golden strategy. So we just are looking at doing 2 a week. So this naturally holds you accountable because you've got 8 packets in the box. So you're going to come on the call, and if you did your 2, you want to let everyone know. You want to say, I'm golden, I did my 2, I'm in, okay? And then we'll go through, we'll take a roll call, and then we're going to take down your numbers, and we're going to have a leaderboard online on our website. The website is going to be thegoldenstrategy.com, and then it's going to show the website, goldenstrategy.com. We'll go over all of this information. So it has actually a live training that I've done on the golden strategy, which I'm sorry to say was a lot more probably interactive than this. And so if it's a lot of information, you can go back and watch that. And it's also going to have all of these resources that we're going over, so you can download them. You can plug your team into this so that everyone can learn how to use the strategy and they can get all of the resources to do it. And then we're going to have the leaderboard. So as you report your numbers, I'm going to post them online, and everyone will be able to see the results that everyone is getting from actually going out there and doing their 2 a week. And so, the first week you did your, you did your 2. Well, we have it up there, and we'll be able to see that and get to see, who's in the lead, how many recover masks, how many exposures did you do, how many well parties are going on in there, and get the full results. And so what we're going to do is have a book that we're going to go through together. So you'll get also some mentoring. We'll have the personal development and hold you accountable to that. And really, that's what training is. That's what coaching is. It's really the accountability. And so we want to hold you accountable to your goals. And so I want to get your, from your workbook, I want to know what everyone's goals are for peak, what rank you want to be and how many executives you're going to have at peak. How many people, what is your plan? I mean, go out and fill that out. How many wild parties are you going to do? How many people are you going to have product on to make that happen? And let's have a very, very clear plan and initiate the golden strategy, and then be committed. And what we're going to do is hold accountable, and we're going to have some guest speakers on who will do some, private mentoring also with this group. So it's going to be a very elite core group, again, that you have to qualify. It's for the people that are committed to going executive and beyond. You're committed to peak, and most importantly, you're committed to the golden strategy, because this is an ongoing process. Again, the golden strategy is a business building approach, and you're building a business. You're not just running for rank. And the events and these benchmarks, they're important in the big scheme of things. They're just measuring blocks to you getting there. So okay, we're going to wrap this up. So let me just finish going through exactly now what this is going to do for you. I want to show you the numbers on why it's so exciting. And again, give you a little bit more of the psychology on it. So I'm going to go back to the screen share. Again, if any of you are losing me, feel free. Let me just check in and see if you have any comments or questions. Anybody has anything to say? Nope. Okay. Again, if you have any questions or anything, post them there as we go along. Oh, here we go. Okay, yes. So, Sammy, you are right. It is See to Believe. So it's SEA to believe.com. And then if you want to go through the volume history, yes, we'll do that more thoroughly. I think that's really important to understand. So I did get that question. Thank you for that. Okay. And let me go back to the screen share. You guys are champions for hanging in there. Fortunately, it's not as late for you, for me. Okay, This is where it gets really exciting, right? So the golden strategy, it automatically helps to hold you accountable, again, because there's 8 packets in the box. So you know that if you get to the end of the month and you've got 2 packets left in there, well, you took 2 weeks off, and so do your numbers reflect your actions? Probably, and this gives you a very honest assessment of that, and helps you to be consistent. And consistency is the key. And so all of these other tools and resources are just to support you in that. But you're on track by how many packets that you're putting out there in the box. Oh no, it's over. Okay, quick review. Sorry, I didn't realize this was going to happen. Okay. Oops. Okay, so helps us accountable. So here's why you want to implement the golden strategy. If we treat this like a business, it's going to pay us like a business. And if we treat it like a hobby, well, hobbies cost money, okay? Like a hobby is that we have that minimum mindset that we're talking about. Now, obviously, when we give people minimums, they tend to do minimums, but then you're not as attached to the results because you're not committed to the system. If you're treating it like a business, then you have an ownership mindset. So you're committed to the system. You understand that you're implementing a strategy to grow and increase your revenue. So as a business owner, everything you do is attached to a profitability purpose. Now, all business is going to require a combination investment of sweat equity and capital. So we have to it doesn't matter what business you start, right? It's going to take some capital that you have to invest, but you have to also develop that. So it's going to take some sweat equity at all. No one just buys a business and then has it go profitable the next day. So let's talk about how the golden strategy is the activity and accountability producer, like we talked about. So, part of the sweat equity we have is in acquiring customers and agents. Now, if you put out 2 recover masks per week and only 50% of those people convert to customers, you're maintaining your active status and achieving your monthly E4 credit in 1 month, which allows you to operate your business and run this system at no cost, okay? So, I know that part of the reason that sometimes we're hoarding our recover mask, and you might cringe at this, is people say, well, I don't know if I want to, give out to. Well, I want to show you how this is actually an investment that is going to be making you money instead of costing you money, which is probably what you're doing with your replenishment right now. So again, if you're just getting out 2 recover masks a week and half of those people convert to customers, then you've qualified for your E4, and you have more than enough product credit to run the system 100% free and at 100% profit. Now let's look at if you were to duplicate that. If you got 10 customers in 1 month, you would have $400 in upfront commissions with our new secret pay. Plus you would qualify for the VIP pool share, and you would have $400 in free product credit. Okay, now obviously that gives you enough to get 3 boxes of recover mask. So I know what some of you are thinking. Well, if 2 a week is good, I want to do 2 a day. Okay, well, once you've qualified for the VIP share, you can go full time and you can get out 1 full-size packet of recover mask a day, 5 days a week. So you can have at it. And you can do that again 100% free. If you get 10 customers per month, that's $4,000 a year in upfront personal commissions. And that equals 120 customers at 105 BV, which is 12,600 BV a year, which is $18,600 in residuals, and 18 shares in the VIP pool, which is $16,200 a year just in the VIP pool. So that's a total of nearly $40,000 in customer commissions alone, just in converting customers to the golden strategy. Not to the golden strategy, but to the recover mask. So you can see by increasing your external consumption, okay, just converting 10 customers to recover mask a month produces $40,000 in revenue, just 120 customers a year. Now, remember that when your customers refer customers, that those customers, you get full BV on those, you get full commission, and you get the E4 credit on your customers' customers. And now that you have the Seed to Believe website, it's going to make it easier for even your customers, you know, to refer that website and refer to you. So this is the power of the compounded consistency, but also, you know, looking at your customers consuming that 105 BV. And this is, again, calculating them using one box every other month. So that is huge. Okay, the other part of sweat equity, like I said, is building a team. So we get out 2 packets of Recover Mask a week. That's 8 new prospects per month. If only one of those becomes a recruit, so 1 out of 8 prospects converts to a special agent, a secret agent, that's 12 new open lines per year. Now remember that every new line that you start in secret creates a new generation of check match. So let me just give you an example on our team, okay? I personally recruited Tony Capistrano, and Tony Capistrano made 6 figures his first year. So that was $20,000 in check match that year just from that one recruit. Now, Tony introduced Jaron. I didn't introduce Jaron, Tony did. So this is still the same line. Jaron made 6 figures his first year. That was a 10% check match, which was $10,000 in check match. Jaron introduced Jason, and Jason made, so I didn't introduce Jason, Jaron did, but that was a 10% check match. So what I want to point out is this was $30,000 in 1 year just in check match from one recruit, from one open line. And every agent that you introduce starts a new open line and a whole new 4 generations of check match that become available to you. And that was 30,000 just 3 generations deep, okay? So you can see the power of this compensation plan and of having multiple open lines. So if you just convert 1 recruit out of 8 prospects from the Golden Strategy a month, open lines a year. Now, if each of those people that you recruit, those 12 open lines, are converted to the Golden Strategy, they do 2 a week also with you, then that is a team, just 12 people, okay, committed to the Golden Strategy with you, produces 1,352 prospects a year, okay? 1,300 people coming in contact with your product annually on your behalf in your business. You want to see the math on that? If just 10% of those 1,352 people convert to customers, that is $1,000 monthly in team commissions, okay? So that doesn't even take into account the upfront personal customer commissions that I just went over, the 40,000. If 10% of those, just 10% convert to a special agent, that is I was this wrong. 1,216,800 BV, which is 12 months straight of diamond volume. Okay, so you guys want to know how to go to the top of the comp plan? You want to know how to get to the 6-figure ring? This is it. It's all about compounded consistency, okay? And it sounds small, it sounds simple, 2 masks a week, but look at what happens when you ripple that, when you multiply, okay? And when you're able to quickly and easily duplicate that process. Everything comes down to just, you know, the numbers. Now, the advantage to leading with Recover Mask and recruiting is that it's a very easy opener, like we've talked about, to move someone, introduce them to the secret system, and move into the next exposure. Gives you that posture because you're giving the full value. Like we talked about, it creates a law of reciprocity. So you create an exchange, which gives you the grounds to get their contact information, to follow up. And, you know, most importantly of all, when you're recruiting with the Golden Strategy, it's the simplicity, okay? So it's a very uncomplicated process. When you are recruiting, you are, you know, they're interviewing you. They're asking themselves, can I do what you're doing? You know, do I want to do what you're doing? And can I do what you're doing to my friends, family, and neighbors? And so sometimes, you know, when you initiate the secret system and their first exposure is a wow party, you know, it's a lot of products, and they're thinking, well, wow, can I learn all these products? You know, can I do this whole flip chart? Maybe it can be like a lot, you know, even in a 5 hours and 5 minutes. This comp plan is kind of confusing, right? So the great thing about introducing someone, they're going to always do what you did to them, not what you told them to do. So when their first introduction was, hey, you gave them a mask, they tried the product, they watched the videos, very simple, then it's not overwhelming, okay? So they feel like they can do it. And then more importantly, they can quickly and easily duplicate that. So if that's how you introduce them, guess what they're going to do? They're going to tell someone about the mask. They're going to give them the mask, and they're going to send them to watch the videos on the website. And we're able to put everyone through this process very simply. So we want to introduce this, implement this with this team because the newest person can do this. It creates the ability for them, again, to leverage tools, and it creates an opportunity for them, therefore, to leverage third party naturally. So again, like we talked about, you can rely on those tools, not experience. And then this is an activity-focused program, so the results will come. So what we're appraising, what we're monitoring is the activity. So of course, we want to go superstar, we want to do all those things, and those will come if we're just doing the activity. And here, it gives someone a very clear plan of what to do and how to do it. And most people feel like if I just knew what to do, I would do it. If we could just get them in the activity. I'm sorry, it's not clicking through. Okay, so again, on the numbers, this is a consumption increaser. So let's talk about the external consumption. I gave you just a preview of it, but customers that are using Recover Mask, they have a consistent 2-month supply, and they produce 3 times the minimum volume. So a lot of times the customers that you have out there, when you convert them to Recover Mask, you are tripling your volume from your external consumption. Now, when you have agents, for every agent that's committed to the strategy, they're consistently going to use 1 Recover box per month, and that produces twice the minimum volume. So again, look at whatever volume you have right now, regularly, consistently, your baseline volume from your team, and double that. Okay, not double your replenishment volume that you have coming in just from your existing team. And then this is probably the key to the whole thing, why it's the most valuable part of this whole strategy, is that it helps you to retain and replicate replenishments. So here's the thing. We don't want to be replacing volume over and over every month. So, we go out there and we do a lot of work to get people into into our business and, get them started. And sometimes we get them in, but we don't get them started, okay? Or, they get started, and like I said, most people are not keeping their replenishments. And so when we give people this strategy, it helps them to see something that's inherent to the secret system and to their success. And that gives them the motivation to participate in the strategy themselves and then to remain engaged. Because like I said, it's going to hold you accountable. It keeps you on track, gives you a simple plan. So agents that are started this way, well, they're going to duplicate that. If they were introduced to the business by selecting their agent kit, selecting their replenishment immediately after their agent kit, likely going to duplicate that process when they enroll agents. Instead of what we've been doing is we get someone on a kit and then we're like, well, you have a month to figure it out. And really what it is a race against the clock. You've got a month to make the money. Okay, but here we want to start them on the activity, not just the paycheck. And then let's look at the capital. So like I said, every business is going to take a combination of sweat equity and capital that we have to invest. Now the question is, you want to, like we said, always stay active, right? So you always want to be bare minimum doing a replenishment of at least 35 BV so you can bank volume. But the problem is most people are doing the bare minimum and they're spending $50 instead of investing $50. And so we're actually spending more money because there isn't a return And because it's not really an investment, I mean, sometimes we buy, I've got know one person who had like a case of mineral soaps, and they just would buy 3 packs of mineral soaps every single month because it was the cheapest thing. And what is your turnaround profit on a bar of soap? It's like it's around $5. And again, when you give someone a bar of soap, it takes a long time to convert that customer. You're actually out of customers, so you made a $5 profit, and it's going to be a long time before they're calling you back. Or we just keep getting hand cream or foot cream, and it's stockpiling up there because we don't have any plan to return that into a profit. And that's what investing is. Okay, so we don't want to be spending money, we want to be investing it. Investing is when you expect to develop what you put in to get a return. Gambling or spending money is when you hope to get more than you put in, and therefore basically get lucky. So we don't want to be gambling with our businesses. We want to be having a ownership mindset, treating this like a business owner, and therefore having everything that we do attached to a profitability purpose. So to invest for return, we want to make sure that your monthly orders, your replenishment, turnaround income potential, and can generate an additional business. So we want to use your personal purchase that you're going to make anyways as part of your growth plan. Are those purchases attached to a profitability plan and purpose? So, consider what is your maximum potential return on investment over what is the minimal amount that I can spend. If you retail one Recover mask, again, you have a $250 profit. If you enroll a VIP customer, that's $40 per packet, which is $350 return on your investment per box. So develop what you invest. Okay, investors, they make their money work for them. And so what you want to do is put your replenishment to work for you, okay? If you are investing that money into your business, put it to work. Now, again, if you are buying, a hand cream and a foot cream, what is your return on that? How is that product working for you? And is it the most effective investment to be purchasing? It might be the cheapest, but is it the most effective? Is it working for you? So when you get a box of Recover mask, you're starting with the intention to generate leads that open up more networks and more business, because again, you're telling the person, hey, I'm just looking for a couple things. I'm working on referrals. And plus, it allows you to collect before and after pictures. Now, this is huge, okay, guys? I have made hundreds upon thousands of dollars from photos of people who did not spend a dime with me. They didn't get started in the business. They didn't even buy product. But those photos helped other people to get excited and other people to believe who did buy product and who did get started and who did become six-figure earners and who did help me to become a six-figure earner and to make, thousands of dollars again. So, what we want to do is wave our flagship product. We want to really create a public, one thing that we've, taken for granted is that our product actually works. And it's so amazing that we haven't had to be, dependent on hype. But, a little hype can do a lot of good. So, let's create some social media attention and create a buzz so that you can attract attention and you can attract interest to your business. And so what you want to be doing is literally flooding the marketplace with our Recover before and after pictures so that we can be branding again, Recover with results and results with secret and you with secret. So, we don't want to be constantly recycling the same old pictures, because once people see different people posting the same picture over and over, they tune it out. It doesn't really seem real, or it's like, I've seen that, and something subconscious in your mind just kind of doesn't take it in. But when you are constantly every week, hey, this was my friend, hey, this was someone I met last week, and you're constantly posting pictures, real results, it's going to get some attention. And, from that, you can ask for referrals. Again, we can use our new host program, and you can generate a host ID for pretty much for anyone. They don't even have to be a customer. And every person that they refer, they're going to get a $10 referral credit. And again, that person becomes your customer. So you can actually ask people, to they take their before and after photo. You got that. If they're not going to become a customer, we'll say, hey, would you help me spread the word? You can get free product for it. Just post your before and after photo and this link. And when people purchase product from their link, they're going to get a $10 referral credit. And you as the agent will get the customer, the commissions, and the free product. Obviously, if you can, the first thing you want to go for is to have them host a live party because, they can get a percentage of the total party sales. You can actually do that online too. Okay, and then retention. So agents that have, less reason to quit the business if they're able to stay active, bank volume, and run it for free. So a lot of times, the reason that people, they don't set up their replenishment is because they want to wait and see if they're successful, if they make their money back or they make a certain amount before they commit to purchasing more product. Well, if you can get someone their E4 and they can run the system and their strategy free, well, now you've extended their lifespan in the business. You've extended their commitment. Instead of it being this ticking time bomb, for 30 days to superstar, if they've got their free product and that next month they're able to, they believe in a strategy that's going to help them to be successful and they can operate that strategy for free, now you've doubled the lifespan of that agent, okay? Because we're able to still, they're going to be still superstar eligible because they're going to have the TPV, they're getting their product free. So it's huge for your locking in the commitment and loyalty and therefore the retention in your business. Plus, every agent in your organization that is getting their E4, obviously that quadruples your volume as well. So, and also having people on our team who are on the golden strategy, okay, and you're committed to investing in your business, well, the more you invest, the more seriously you take, okay? So clearly, when you have people who are serious, they're more locked in, they're more committed, at least they're going to be committed for a month, and I really believe if you put in the numbers, you can get the results. So here's what gets really exciting. As we started with, we talked about ranking, about going from where you are now to Royale or Executive, and we are almost done here. The more agents that remain active, okay, this is why retention is so important, because the more people that remain active, the less volume that you need to replace every month. So double residual income for one, but it also creates a baseline volume to maintain rank and to build on to advance to the next level. So what do I mean by baseline volume, okay? I mean, if you have, let's say you have 100 people on your team on the right and 100 people on the left, okay? Now, those 100 people, they're consuming the minimum replenishment volume required, 35. So you have only 350 baseline volume right and left, okay? Which means even though you have 100 people, or sorry, I'm doing that 3,500. You have 100 people. That means that you have a baseline volume of bronze, right? Because you have 100 people that are consuming every month at the baseline, which is 3,500. So it's not quite to Royale. So you're going to be staying there at bronze, and so you're going to be able to maintain bronze. Bronze volume with just those replenishments, with just the team. That doesn't count, the customers that they introduce. It doesn't include the packages that they sell and the agents that they recruit. So when you have that baseline volume, all the new volume that comes in actually moves you forward to the next rank. Now, let's just double that. Instead of the minimum baseline volume of 35, what if those 100 agents were in strategy at 105 BV? Well, you multiply the 100 times 105, and you have a baseline volume of 10,500, which is above silver, almost, getting close to gold. So now just by switching to the golden strategy with the same amount of agents, with the same amount of active agents, you went from a baseline volume of maintaining bronze to maintaining silver. And what is the difference between bronze and silver? Well, obviously it's a $600 car bonus every month. So, I mean, is it worth it? Obviously, that is huge. I mean, it's tremendous. I mean, most people, it takes them years to get to a place where they're, consistently making a $600 bonus with their company. And so this is what the strategy can do for you. It's huge. Literally and that's just with active agents on the golden strategy. Again, not considering customers. And I'm going to show you how much easier it is to rank advance when you increase that baseline volume. So this is what we just talked about. At 77 to 105 BV, you've immediately doubled your baseline volume, and you've cut the amount of active accounts required to maintain the rank in half. And as we said before, this is the equivalent to everyone in your team buying a basic agent kit over and over every month. So let's say you have a baseline volume of executive. Okay, so now let's just help people to get their E4. So you have your E4. You go out there, you do the strategy. You've got your free product, and you get 5 agents and help them to get their E4. You have a baseline volume of 3,150 per month. So when you've got a baseline volume of executive, you only need a 850 BV more to get to bronze. So again, if you were not having to replace this volume over and over, you knew consistently you had, 3,000 in volume coming in, then somebody recruits one special agent, and guess what? You get promoted to bronze from executive. If you had a baseline volume of Royale, and you could do this easily by just helping those agents committed to the golden strategy. So now let's say you've got 10 agents committed to the golden strategy, and they don't just have their E4, but they actually get a share in the VIP pool. Well, that gives you a baseline volume of 12,500 a month. So again, everything is about helping people reach that rank. So let's make this a goal to all get 10 people committed to the golden strategy and help them to get their share in the PC pool, so that they can actually operate the strategy for free. And not only that, but they can go to full time, meaning they can get 3 boxes of Recover Mask and they can do 1 a day. So that is our goal. Let's get 10 people on the golden strategy, get those 10 people their share in the VIP pool. That creates a baseline volume of Royale that you're maintaining month after month just on 10 people being active with their PC pool. And that means you would only of 1,700, okay, less than one person going to bronze. Actually, that's one person going to executive for you to hit silver. So once you've got this baseline volume, you help one person get promoted to executive, and you get to silver. It's all about just having that layer of volume that you can count on, that you're not having to replace with new recruits every time. So let's look at if you weren't going to do this hard way, if you weren't going to do the golden strategy, okay, in the golden strategy, to maintain that same silver level residual volume, you would need 457 active accounts at the bare minimum, or again, because you're replacing volume, 16 new recruits every month to maintain it at the professional pack. On the golden strategy, you only need 150 active Recover accounts per leg to sustain the volume, and it would only take 50 agents total with 4 customers on Recover to maintain that. So literally what it was taking, what people were doing to maintain bronze, okay, could actually help you to maintain silver volume. And then to rank advance from silver to gold would only take 8 new executives at that point. So that's what, guys, and just to summarize, the reason why the golden strategy works is because it's a business building approach that helps you to harness all of our secret superpowers and makes us bulletproof. Experience this, but we have incredible, sometimes our greatest strengths are next to also our greatest weaknesses. And one of those is that we have a more affordable auto ship than industry average. Secret only requires that you purchase a minimum of 35 BV. Unfortunately, when we have minimums, people do the minimums, and what happens when people have that minimum mindset is it can result in a very low internal consumption. So when you look out there, most companies are surviving on internal consumption, and that's why their minimum auto ship is between $100 and $300 a month. And with Secret, we have so many customers, and of course, you're able to get your product free. And so we just want to shift that. Also, our agent kits offer such tremendous volume. Such tremendous value that they can be used over and over to do multiple generations and to generate revenue without having to retail that product or give it away. As a result, the following month after someone becomes an agent, they still have a whole lot of product. They have everything in their kit still they haven't run out of. And so if someone doesn't have the strategy in place and the right psychology for why to remain active, they go inactive. And so this can turn into a low replenishment retention. And we talked about why that happens. After agents set up their kit, they're sometimes skipping because they don't know what they should order. They don't, want to see if they're going to run out of stuff, or the way to see if they'll be successful. And we addressed all of this and how the golden strategy overcomes all of that. It gives people the right psychology, gives them the right strategy, gives them the accountability, and the system that they know is inherent to their success. So they have the motivation to participate and to remain active and to engage in the strategy. Also, we've got, so many incredible products. We have over 32, I think it's actually over 42 now, high-performance consumable products. And, our huge advantage in Secret, and I just did a sit down today, and I was telling them, is that we have no consumption cap per household. I mean, you can have one house that is literally consuming hundreds of thousands of dollars of Secret products every single month, and it's consumable. And the problem is that we have so many products that, again, that can be overwhelming to a new agent, so it might delay them in launching and contacting their network, because they feel like they have to become, confident or get to know all these products and all this information. And to the outside looking in, they might just overgeneralize this as skincare, and then because they're not associating, our product with any key, our line with any key product, they're just like, oh, Secret skincare. We want them to know, okay, Secret is the company that does this. But we have, done what we've done based on our products. Of course, remember, we've done $1 billion in sales without any advertising or branding. Now it's our job to brand and advertise for our company. So what this strategy helps us do is, again, create standards and expectations for business building, investment, and activity. So we want to shift, and we want to have a paradigm shift in our mentality and our mindset. That, again, it's not about how much we're spending to do the strategy, but that we're investing in our business to actually produce an outcome. And you can see the numbers, what they can do for us. This also gives us a very simple system. So we have providing all of our new agents the psychology, the strategy, the accountability to succeed. We set up all of our agents with a high potential return on investment replenishment. And we have, we'll be naturally creating a focus campaign for warm and cold marketing to expand recognition. This is going to build all of our personal before and after portfolios and our social media presence. So that's going to be huge. I mean, it's amazing what can happen when you create a buzz, and when we all start doing this together and people just start seeing day after day us promoting the golden strategy. Us promoting the Recover Mask and the results. More and more people are going to start to recognize our line. So, we want to lead with Recover Mask too, because it's the biggest door opener, because it's anti-aging. And even though not everyone has wrinkles, right, what we want people to do is just have confidence in our product. So we just want to gain the confidence of the customer. And when they see, wow, your product does that, if it does that to wrinkles, what could it do for my acne? And in fact, when you show people before and after photos, even though you're showing them pictures of Recover Mask, they'll say, well, what do you have for eczema? What do you have for this, right? And they just believe, well, if that's good, everything must be great. And so that's what we want to do, is we just want to generate interest, attract attention, and build engagement of the customer. So, that's what branding can really do, and creating that publicity. And that's why we want to use this as a target market campaign to generate interest from the general public. Even though, Recover is an anti-aging, anti-wrinkle product, it will help you, it'll be a tool for you to contact and reach out to everyone. And this gives agents the tools and tasks to do that, and contacting those prospects and generate more leads through that targeted prospecting program. Again, in getting people started, it's all about having that clear plan to initiate and maximize the Secret system. So this is how we do it. All right, start the strategy, okay? If you're part-time, you're just getting started, you don't consider yourself a leader, commit to getting out 2 packets per week, 1 box replenishment per month. And if you get behind, then make it up, okay? Just commit to every single month, no matter what. Once you become full-time, if you consider yourself a leader, a full-time agent, you're getting your share in the VIP pool, then commit to 1 packet per day, okay? So 5 a week, and that comes down to exactly a 3-box replenishment, and we actually have a 3-pack set of recovers, so you're going to save a lot. So once you reach that share in the VIP pool, again, you're going to have about $400 in free product credit. Set that to your Recover Mask replenishment, the 3-pack. And most importantly, upon enrollment, start every new recruit on Recover a replenishment and set it up to ship in the next 4 weeks, okay? So automatically now, you don't have to worry, it's not set in stone. If they run out of something, they can always, they can switch to a bundle, they can add things, they can, do a bundle of 3 recovers, whatever it is. But just get in the habit of setting up every new agent and introducing them to seedably.com, introducing them to the Golden Strategy, so you can teach them to do the same with their recruits, and you can duplicate this, and everyone can have really powerful retention and success. So I want to stop this screen share so you can see. Okay, so I'm going to answer your questions, guys. If you're still with me, yes. Okay, you guys are still with me. And I just want to get your feedback on here. So why don't you guys start some chattering, see your thoughts and your questions, and then I want to address it and then make sure that we're really clear on our plan. Let me pause this real quick. I'm going to grab my charger. Okay, so Lawrence says, will there be a replay? There's some people that had a hard time getting in. Yeah, I'm not sure why there's 13 of the 15 of you here, but yes, there will be a replay. I will post it to my Google Hangout page, and I'll copy the link and I'll post it to the VIP. Might be hard for them to hang through like you guys did for the whole 2 hours. But guys, on the goldenstrategy.com, again, I have a live training that is recorded. It's 47 minutes, and it's this whole deal. We took a little bit more time in the beginning. I want to make sure everybody knew how to use the webinar, and I went through how to unlock the comp plan. But just the portion on the Golden Strategy, the whole thing is recorded. And again, all the steps, all the tools, the checklist, what to do, it's all going to be on the goldenstrategy.com, and that should be up by next week, okay? So you'll all be able to use that. And really, the most important thing is that you guys commit to the Golden Strategy, and you teach it, you train it, you preach it, you duplicate it, and it's going to take about, probably less than 3 months. So if we really drive this over the next 5 to 6 weeks to build momentum, to get the products on the 48 people in the next 4 weeks, to get everyone to Royale, and to get everyone to, executive, to bronze, to Royale, and beyond, then this is going to drive for you not only a ton of momentum going into peak, but obviously it's going to give you everything to sustain that. So imagine if you go into peak with this strategy, if you go into peak, and we really get product on 50 people in the next 5 weeks, and we can do it with this strategy. I hope you see that, and I hope you believe that. That's all in the numbers, okay? Remember the numbers I went through. If you just get 8 prospects in the next 4 weeks by getting out two Recover Masks a week, and just one of those people joins you in the next 4 weeks, right? You help someone get to executive, how it starts to compound over just a few months. So it's going to take, a few months, but you'll go into peak with, not only with momentum, but you'll come out with a strategy to sustain it. So you'll actually be able to get promoted from there. And I really expect to see, everyone marching across the stage, getting on the big stage at convention as silvers and platinums and beyond. So really we're pushing for peak right now because that's the next pending event. And as I said, it's easier to go fast than it is slow, right? So it's easier to use the next 4 weeks to really drive executive, go bronze, go royale. But you know, it's all about becoming executive and producing executives. Going royale is about helping 3 people become executive, okay? So we want to do that by implementing the golden strategy again, so we don't just hit ranks, we don't just maintain ranks, but we hit ranks, we maintain them, and we move up from there. So anyways, yes, let's get everyone to watch this recording, but let's also make sure that everyone knows about the resources that I posted. So seedtobelieve.com. Let me talk about the seedtobelieve.com. This is not a lead capture page, okay? So this is not, I'm not taking your prospects, okay? This is not, it's not going to anybody's website. There's nowhere on Seed to Believe to buy product. There's nowhere on Seed to Believe to register as an agent. It says under the videos, contact the agent who sent you here for a free mask or more information. Now, obviously, hopefully, if they came to the website, you've already given them the mask, and they're doing the mask while they watch the videos. So what it is it's basically something very professional. So I wanted to give you something that looked super legit and super professional that prospects look at. And you send prospects to your website, your replicated website. It's, you know, the issue is there's so much to look at, okay? You could become a VIP customer, you could do this, and it instantly takes them to, you know, your retail site. So it takes them to shopping. And, you know, instantly when they go to shop, they're going to see retail prices, and it can blow some people out of the water, right? So here, when they go to Seed to Believe, what they're going to see is the secret brand, and they're going to see the technology and the videos, the tools that you need them to see, but they're not going to see any prices. They're not going to see, you know, anything like that to prejudge. They're just going to get the information they need, how to use it. They're going to see before and after photos. They can see testimonials, so it can build their belief. So this is not something for you to, you know, sit at home and just be posting this website. You're supposed to be using the website as a tool for the people that you've already prospected, okay? So it's not a lead capture page. It's for you to send the leads that you've already created to the page, and then you should have their contact information already. And then after that, you're going to follow up, do the 3-way call. So this is, it's really, really exciting to have that tool. And so Seed to Believe is for your prospects, and then the goldenstrategy.com is for agents. Now, if you go there right now, we're still developing, so that one's not going to be up because we just finished Seed to Believe. But again, it should be up next week or early next week before I go to Israel. So I want you to send all your new agents when you sign them up, when you do the blueprint, okay? Part of the blueprint, when you sign them up, part of signing them up and setting up their agent kit is I want you to show them seedtobelieve.com. I want you to show them the goldenstrategy.com, how easy it is, what the numbers can do for them, why they, for creating the secret system. Or sorry, starting the secret system so people can just duplicate and replicate this really, really fast. You guys are going to be powerful, on fire. I'm telling you, this is our secret weapon. Nobody has this, okay, but you guys. So you're gonna be the shock and awe campaign. You know, how are they doing it and what are they doing? So yes, we want everyone, to make a long story short, watching the replays, watching the videos, even the 10-minute, watch the 10-minute overview that I did that we had as a preview to this, okay? This is Dallas says, the golden strategy is perfect gateway introduction to the Mother's Day promotion. That is so true, you know, because the Mother's Day campaign is really centered around the anti-aging line, if you haven't noticed, right? It's all green line. And it is the perfect opportunity for someone to test out and try Recover Mask. So normally when someone gets started on Recover, they have to make that 2-month commitment. With ours, they can get a 1-month supply of Recover Mask and the age-defying serum and the makeup remover for the cost that it would, for what it would cost them to just get the green line serum. They get all of that. So, you know, if you give someone a Recover mask, they're able to now see the results, love it, and then guess what? We have a promotion going on. It's our Mother's Day campaign. This would be a great gift. So it's a great lead. It's a huge, I mean, just a great excuse for you to maximize and utilize both. Again, it's a great door opener. And Mother's Day, great excuse for you guys to get parties on the books. Utilize the Hostess program, and maybe that's the next webinar that we can do together. I can train you guys on how to utilize the Hostess program so that You can multiply your leads, getting customers promoting for you, not just your agents. How awesome would that be? And remember, all their customers become your customers. But yes, Dallas, I love that comment. It is so true. The Golden Strategy is the perfect gateway to introducing the Mother's Day promotion. And I love that you guys are going to be using the Mother's Day promotion. This is perfect timing. I mean, this is the most ultimate 4 weeks ever for you to be running for rank with peak going up. I mean, Mother's Day gives you that volume, gives you the excuse to book the parties. So that is huge. Sammy asked their parents. I don't know what that means. Okay. Oh, sorry. I guess you're referring to this. So what is your recommendation for prospecting a lot of younger prospects? Okay. So remember the script. The script says we're looking for 2 things. People who are willing to look 10 years younger in 15 minutes, and people who might be interested in helping us to expand the brand, spread the word, and get some free products, or even make a cash or extra income from home, right? So you're one of those 2 people. I'm working on referrals. Now I show the before and after photos, okay, from my phone. So here's the thing. If you didn't have a lot of before and after photos on your phone, pull up seedofbelief.com. All of us are going to be uploading our pictures to this website. Show people the photos, okay? Do you know anyone like this who wouldn't mind, you know, looking 10 years younger in 15 minutes, okay? So they say, yeah, I mean, my mom, my so-and-so, okay. Well, you know, we're looking for 2 things, right? People who might be interested in helping us to spread the word. Would you mind, you know, referring me to them? Can I set up a showcasing, a Recover showcasing? If those people get started, you're going to get $10 per referral and free product credit. Or, you know, I can sit down with you and show you how you can actually get paid. Again, you can send them to Seed to Believe. They can watch the comp plan, the opportunity video. Also on Seed to Believe, when you go to Love It at the bottom, I have the compensation plan, the whole PDF down there. So, you know, normally that's not available on the outside. You can only get it from the back office. So this is great when those people ask you, they want to see it, they can see that there. Also, when you're saying all I ask for you is a couple of things, right? A before and after photo, and that you let me get your feedback. Well, technically, if we're going to be using people's pictures and showing them and stuff, you need to have them sign a photo release form. The photo release form is going to be uploaded into the goldenstrategy.com for you to download, have people sign it. It'll have them it'll make them take it more seriously when you give them the mask, right? When they're signing something. So it's going to increase their commitment. It makes it look more for real. But when they upload their picture to thegoldenstrategy.com and they click I agree, they are signing that waiver also. However, if you're going to be taking the picture, if you had them sign the waiver, if you're just going to have a habit of doing that anyways, just to make sure, right? And then you upload the pictures, because then you can make sure that you crop them and you show every wrinkle and you get it exactly how you want it to. But they can actually upload their pictures there themselves. And that's why I wanted to have this website, so we could do it really quickly, right? We don't have to delay. We can get the person, they sign the photo release form, and boom, it's posted and everybody has access to it right away. And people just see, man, recover, recover, recover. This thing is working. It's growing like crazy. People are jacked up about it. Plus, we want to collect their testimonials. So have them, if they have a great experience, that's what you want to have them put at the little contact form in the bottom. You know, share how they feel about it. Write their little like recover experience, and we can post it on the website. It's just going to build a lot of credibility for everyone. And as we work together, it's going to become a really powerful tool. So I'm very excited about that. That it's just going to make it super easy for everyone to get their customers to do before and after photos, because when they see the website, they're like, okay, you know, it's not some hokey pokey thing. I'm not just texting you my before and after photo. It's actually getting uploaded onto a legitimate, you know, thing here. So that is exciting. So yeah, even though with Recover Mask, you know, the younger people, again, when they see, okay, this is what, like you're saying, 18 to 25, okay? The highest average age for Botox is actually 24 years old. 23, 24 years old. So, you know, those people are looking at prevention. And regardless, when you show people the pictures, again, what they're going to think is, if it does that, what do you have for this? So you're leading with the best. You're leading with our flagship product. Also, Recover Mask is amazing for acne, actually, especially for cystic acne, because, again, it's attaching to the skin at a deeper level and it's pulling everything out. in a very extreme way. So actually when I break out, that's actually the mask I use is Recover Mask. But again, you know, you're just asking for referrals, and I would still, you know, you can still use the samples. You can still have the sample peeling gel, whip it out, show it on them. It's just, again, a door opener for you to say, okay, hey, would you know someone like this? And they don't, you know, you don't necessarily, you could give them the mask to give to that person and get a referral. But you can also just go straight for setting up the sit down. So it's just like you just get in the habit that script rolls off of your tongue, right? So you meet someone, they're 20 years old, right? And they say, you know, what do you do, whatever, and you're like, well, you know, I'm a waiter, but my friend is partnered with $1 billion company, and I'm helping them to launch a new division here in Maui. And actually, so I'm helping them define a couple of things: people who are willing to look 10 years younger in 15 minutes, and people who, you know, might be willing to, you know, spread the word, expand the brand, get free product for it, even get paid. You know, I don't know if you'd be interested. We're working on referrals, and you know, if you refer people, you can definitely get a kickback, and you know, just leads you into it. So it's just a very powerful script. Okay, and then I love he says, wow, it is a big wow. I mean, it's huge. I'm really excited. Love the tools. I do too. I'm super excited about the tools, guys. I mean, this just makes it so simple, so systematic, you know? And again, we're not replacing the secret system. I mean, this is just to help you do more wow parties, to do more sit downs. It's just to help you do more of the secret system faster, initiate it with more people. Yes, you can give it to the younger person asking to get referrals, or it's just a script, like it's just a door opener. So you can still send them that the See to Believe website, right? Like you would, but you kind of used it as a as an opener. And yeah, so I would probably just use it as an opener to show them the before and after photos, and then to you can have your your 5 wows, you know, on the go, set up a 5 wows, and then to get referrals. So you can still, you know, you ask them like, hey, do you know anyone, exactly like you're saying, to showcase the Recover Mask, because you're going to be leading with the opportunity, probably more so. And it's just, again, the Recover Mask is just a confidence builder. So you're just gaining the confidence of the customer. And yes, Recover Mask helps with acne. It's amazing. In fact, guys, when you go on the See to Believe, read the technology on Recover Mask. It's unbelievable. I mean, I was even learning more about it. If you go on your own website, there was so much about Recover Mask. I couldn't even get it all on the website. But if you go to your own website, secretdirect.com/whatever it is, and one of the banners that swishes through is showcasing Recover Mask. And when you click on that, it talks about all the technology. And it's really fascinating. It's amazing, all the things that you probably didn't even know Recover Mask does. So that is exciting. And then Lauren says, good training. Thank you. Sorry, it was really long. And then Kainani, definitely love how this thoroughly is planned out to solve various problems altogether. It really is. I mean, this strategy, it is like all in one. I mean, guys, remember, just to recap, it is going to build your contact list. Okay, so when people, a lot of times when people are, when you're prospecting them and they're like, you know, why do they not want to do network marketing? Because they feel like they don't have enough people to talk to. So when they see that, okay, you have a system, you know, that makes it very easy and very approachable, very doable. It's a great door opener, lead generator. It's an accountability booster, you know, and it increases your attention, but it solves everything, you know. It gets you out of the hamster wheel of, again, replacing that volume every month. It solves that issue of retention, of low volume, or sorry, low replenishment volume. And that's what keeps me up at night. Like, I'm so excited about this. You have no idea. So last comments I'd love to get from you. Who is committed to the golden strategy? And we got 9 of you left from what I can see. If you are committed, post it up here. You know, just let me know, because I would love to invite you onto this call. So it's for right now. I'm not posting it. I want to get for our first call, just probably a guest speaker, talk about what book we're going to do, you know, a little recap on the golden strategy and the tools. And yeah, I want to know, you know, what I want to go over. What are your goals? So those of you that are left, if you can just post real quick, what is your ranking goal for peak? So the next 6 weeks, how many executives you want to have with you, and if you are committed. So you can go ahead and type it in there, and then I will go ahead and give you the shout out so everyone knows who's committed. Oh, wait. And then we're going to sign off. And then just, you know, stay posted for the Seed to Believe site. I mean, sorry, the goldenstrategy.com to be completed this weekend, and then for our accountability call. But we expect some big things, some great things from you guys. Being quiet over there, it's gonna be left. Who's committed? Just go ahead and type in over here, I'm committed. Or maybe you guys are all thinking about what rank you want to be. Now the sky's the limit. To the left. Oh, okay. Tracy says she is completely committed. Her Q&A is not working. Awesome. And Kanani says she's committed, hasn't registered for Peak yet, but she's going to do that when possible, which is awesome. I mean, that's the thing, you know, to be committed to Peak and bronze by Peak, which way to go. I know you can do it. I'm really excited. And then Tracy, let's just get what your goal is, your next ranking goal. And then Lawrence is going silver by Peak, and he is committed to the golden strategy. I love it. Silver for sure, so doable right now. I mean, especially this guy has taken the islands by storm, and really appreciate your leadership and you know, everything you're doing. You're running with it. We have Chatty, committed to the golden strategy, bringing 7 executives to Peak and a minimum of silver. All right, we're gonna have more silvers than anyone at this Peak. I'm so excited. So guys, I would love it if you would, yeah, fill out the forms, print out your workbooks, fill out that goal sheet, and then go ahead and text me a picture. Send it to me if you don't have my number. Let me see if I can post it for you, but it's 206-612-7313. 206-612-7313. And then, you know, those of you that are asking about the 4-week volume, if you didn't understand it, and when you're going through the worksheet, if it doesn't make sense, let's go through it together. I want to make sure you know what your goals are for how much volume you have to hit, and then what how many spa parties and how many people you want to put product on in order to get that volume per week. Okay, so once you have a very clear plan and you've got the golden strategy in place to help you get those leads in place, then I know you're going to do it. Okay, we have Shan and Paul committed to the golden strategy. Their computer sucks. So not able to stop getting. Sorry, so many people having technical difficulties. But Paul, obviously, you know, you have brought the entire Hawaii market back to life, and just can't say, you know, everything rises and falls on leadership. And obviously, we have all these executives because you guys have been, you know, had such a servant heart, and we want to see everyone reaching their goals. And then Paul, send me your guys's. What is your next ranking goal for Peak? Let's get that. And Tracy is going for Royale by Peak and going to sprint all the way there. I love it. So that's awesome. Robertson gonna reach executive before Peak, just starting, and then and possible new VIP customers. Awesome. Okay, and so of course, great way, like we talked about, just customers alone, what it can do. So congratulations, Laura. I'm excited about that. And then, okay, our man of the hour, we have Dallas. is going to hit platinum by peak and bring a minimum of 5 executives. I love it. Okay, so leading the charge. This guy doesn't take anything lightly. Dallas, I know you can do it. And obviously, your team is just booming. I mean, you're killing it. People are always like, who is this Dallas guy? You know, so they'll know your name's going to show up, and we're just so see you again. Leading by example and being so consistent. Like I said, not just, a lot of people hit that leaderboard one time, consistently up there doing the activity, making it happen, and we know you can break it. And hopefully this just makes you guys all feel more confident and hitting your rank. Again, keep them coming in. I want to hold you accountable. We want to be going over this on the call. And so, of course, everyone's excited. So we want to get all these people, want to have you on this weekly call so you can get the coaching. We can put in the numbers. And just so you know, I do a Google Hangout like this with Josh Denny and some of the other leaders every Monday. So I'm going to be actually reporting your numbers and your feedback into him every Monday. Okay, so it's not just me, but really like how many people are really in this team? How many people are we really presenting to? And it's been huge for me. I mean, just since we've been doing it, just since I got back from Australia with him in February, and I can tell you it's amazing. I mean, I have more. Just more personal production. I feel like I accomplish more in a week, 2 times more in a week, just with the tracking alone. It's huge. So just tracking, having that accountability, I'm checking in, and then also want to hear from you guys what's working. If there's anything that you feel like we need from the company, again, I'm gonna be able to check in with him before he goes to the cabinet meetings generally on Wednesday. So you do get heard. So those of you who are carving out the foundation of this company, we want to hear from you. We want to know what's working, and I want to be able to pass that on. So, if you are all of you who are committed, it is important and it counts. Okay. Paul Alvarez is going for platinum. So let's hold him to a platinum by peak. And team, we can get them there. Right? So we're going to get all of us working together. Paul to platinum, Dallas to platinum, Lawrence to silver. We're going to have lots of silvers and royals and executives. I'm super stoked. Thank you guys again for sticking out. You are champions. Love that we all got to hang out and spend this time, and that you were so interactive with the Q&A, utilizing that and texting me if it wasn't working. It's awesome. And let's do more of these. And gung-ho on the golden strategy. Everyone's committed, and so we're going to start this. Go ahead, amp up, do your worksheets this weekend. It's Friday. Line up your wild parties, okay? And Monday it's on, 2 a week. We want to check in. In fact, if you can get them done this weekend, report it on the call. So let's hear from you. With that, guys, I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much. Aloha, I love you and appreciate you, and we'll see you at peak.